Hello everyone, welcome to day first of September Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is largest time for given digits. So you are given an array with of length 4 and you need to generate the maximum time that can be generated by any permutation of these digits. That's it. The only constraint that you need to keep in mind is that it should form a valid time. That means it should be less than the hour time should be less than 24 and the minutes time should be less than 60. So this is a simple question, an easy question. I would recommend all of you to give it a thought and then look at the solution. Think of doing in an iterative way because the length of the array is fixed. Had it been the case where length would have extended to any value, we would have used backtracking or recursion. But for this question, since it's restrictive in nature, we will go with the for loop approach, the standard for iterating over a for loop approach. How are we going to do it? Let me just code it up. So we are storing the maximum time in the variable. Maximum time equals to -1. Integer max hours, max hour time equals to -1. I'm creating three variables, and similarly max that will store the minimum value, max minutes time. So created three variables here. Now what will I do? I will iterate from I equals to 0. I is less than a dot length I plus plus for integer j equals to 0. J is less than a dot length j plus plus, and another loop integer k equals to 0. K is less than a dot length k plus plus. Keep in mind that it is always equals to 4. So if you'll write 4 here, it works the same way. I need to have a check here. I equals to j. The indexes are same. Skip that value. J equals to k. Skip that value. K equals to I. Skip that value. So simply continue from here. Otherwise, what you're going to do is you will calculate using these digits. You will calculate the maximum time that can be formed and whether that time is within the valid range or not, our range or not, for the hour and the minutes part. So integer r's 10th digit equals to a of I, assigning different indexes, different values as per the loop. R's units part equals to j, a of j. Let me just call it tens. R's tens part equals to units part equals to this. So we are done with the units and tens part. Now let me do it for the minutes part. Minutes tens part would be a of k, and this is interesting. Minutes units part equals to a of 6 minus I minus j minus k. Now how did I came up with this logic 6 minus I minus j minus k? So I'll tell you how. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the four possible indexes where of my array where elements are stored. So what is the maximum possible value for the ith index? It's 3. For the jth index is 2. For the kth index is 1. Provided all of them are different. So the other value will be 6, 3 plus 2 plus 1 minus I minus j minus k. So the maximum possible value for I plus j plus k is 6 that can be generated, provided we skip the portion where they are equal. Hence, the fourth part would be automatically equal to 6 minus I minus j minus k. What it means is max value of I plus j plus k equals to 6. And if you want to calculate the fourth index, you can use this value and calculate it. So let me just call it L. So L will be equal to the lth index will be equal to 6 minus I minus j minus k. Yeah, that's it. This is the logic. writing it above, and let me just calculate the hours part. Integer hours, what is the hours part? Equals to hours tens into 10 plus hours unit, and similarly calculating the minutes part. Minutes part would be on the same logic, hours into 60 plus minutes, mins unit. We got the hours part and the mins part. If hour is less than 24, because that's our upper limit. If minutes equals to less than 60, that's the upper limit for the minutes part. And the time, the total time. So how are you going to calculate the total time? We can do a conversion from hours to minutes. Total time would be equal to hours into 60, that's absolute mathematics, plus min. And if we get total time to be greater than the max time, because eventually we are storing the time, max time, then we will update the max time to total time with total time, and we'll update this information. Max hours would be the current hours, so this value, and max minutes part would be equal to the minutes part. And we are almost done here. We just need to take another corner case into consideration. If max hours equals to -1 by any chance, or max min equals to -1, we'll simply return empty. That's the good case. Else you return, you form the number, you form the time using these, and return the result. Return max hours. First we'll have max hours plus colon as stated in the question plus max min. Oh yeah, so I think this should handle most of the cases. There are another corner case that you need to consider. For example, max hours comes out to be 1 1 or 0 or 9. Suppose 9, it's 9:45. We need to return the answer in a padded form of 2 digits of the hours and that of minutes. So we need to update this to something like 0945, as the answer should have the answer should have always have 5 string length. I'm creating another method, private, that will return a string. Do padding. I'll pass an integer number. I'll convert this number to a string str, and I'll check for str.length equals to 1. In that case, I'll append 0 to it. Str, yeah, this, and I'll simply return str. Instead of max hours here, I'll call this method padding, and here as well, for the same reason, for the case when we have 8 colon 8 minutes, so it should be 8, not it should be 08, not 80, and we use the padding method. Let me just return, test it up. I got an error here, and the error is of and. So apart from that, I made a logical error here. It's more mathematical. I multiplied it by 60 rather than 10. I updated it and it worked. So yeah, that's sorry for that. Accepted. Thanks for watching the video.